Doing something a little bit different today because we're not looking at Diablo Immortal. We're looking at Diablo 4. And I'm really excited, guys, because I am looking forward to Diablo 4. I'm also a PC gamer on top of being a mobile gamer, so I figured we'd be here today and discuss, take a look at the Diablo 4 quarterly update for February 2020. This is the first time that they're doing a quarterly update for Diablo 4, so it's kind of exciting because this is actually happening right now. Guys, if you haven't yet subbed the channel, why don't you go ahead and do that right now, because when Diablo Immortal comes out, or anything Diablo, we're gonna have daily videos right here for you guys, and I don't want you to miss out on any of it. And links to all my socials and all that are in the bottom, in the description of this video. So let's kind of scroll on through. We're just gonna go through the web together. I will be linking this post. It's from the Blizzard website in the description of this video as well, in case you want to go check it out for yourself and do a little bit of a read along with me. Now, with that being said, I'm not going to read through all this. I'm going to kind of summarize what I got from this article. And we have UI design, control support, and co-op. It's basically talking about everything, for the most part, that's going to be part of this article right here today. And we're going to start with the inventory. And if you guys could see from the screen right here, there have been some testing and redesigns of some of the item icon style sets. They talk about how they tone down the contrast and brightness and saturation from some of these so that it is a little bit, maybe a little bit darker, less, I mean, if you're turning down brightness and saturation, it's getting a little darker, getting a little bit more dreary, getting a little bit more like you are in hell, as we should be while we play through Diablo. So here are a few of the sets. I want you guys to let me know in the comments section below what you think of these sets, if you like them or if you don't. What I like hearing the most about this is they heard what we had to say at BlizzCon and following BlizzCon, and they kind of made changes accordingly. So that's a good thing. Knowing that they're actually listening is huge because, well, it means that they are taking into account things that we think, the way that we feel about different elements of the game. So let's scroll down a little bit more and we see our screen here for so we received some non-specific feedback about the inventory and how people want to see that filled up. And what we're going to be looking at right here is that inventory screen. And as you can see, it's looking pretty fresh, and a couple of things have changed. A lot has stayed the same as well. Notice we have the character, skills, and talents all broken into 3 different sections. Now, obviously, I'm just looking at a blog post right now, so I can't actually click on these so we could look at all of them. But if you can see, it shows the attack. We have the defense, life, angelic, demonic, and ancestral. All those things are nice and clear on the side. Your level is clear as well. And as you can see, we have all of our jewelry, our gear, our weapons are all spread out on the sides. Also, we have spells, 203 of them to be exact, whatever that means. And then down below, we have things split up yet again between equipment, consumables, quest, and materials. Notice we are looking at a work in progress, of course. So again, they're taking into consideration what the community wants to see, what makes it easy for us to kind of work through these systems, because of course, inventory is something that we are in all the time when we're playing Diablo, and that's not going to change with Diablo 4. So it may as well be a comfortable place for us to be hanging out and doing stuff. So they're listening, which is cool. And as we go on, we will scroll down. So this is pretty cool because they were mentioning, and they mentioned it later in this article, this is the first time that they're actually creating this for both PC and console at the same time. So that has to do with something we're going to talk about later. But notice we have the 2 different setups. Up top, we have the left side of the screen set up of all of your information, all your abilities and all that's over there. And then down below, we have the more standard look that you guys are used to seeing. Now, I am someone that may not like the standard look as much as you guys. Let me know what you prefer. When I look at this screen right here, I know that's where my character's going to be. That's where the action's going to be, right there in the center of the screen. So it can become a little bit in the way, a little bit of an eyesore. Obviously, it's always right there for you, but I actually like this layout that they have right here, which is for consoles, but on PC, you'll have the option to switch back and forth. So you could choose which one you like. So they're giving more flexibility, and they're making you be able to choose how you lay out your screen, which I personally love. Coming from mobile gaming, being able to customize my controls with the mobile games that I play, I like the ability to manipulate the screen so it's best for my playstyle. So I personally like this one. It's what I'm going to probably try out when the game does come out. Although if I don't like it, I can go back to the classic. And here we have the little, look progression. They're showing where your eyes will be going from corner to action down to abilities. Corner, action, abilities, and there you go. That's their whole thought process behind it. But kind of cool that this is the first time that they're ever building the game for both console and PC at the same time. Consoles are not an afterthought this time around. And here we go with supporting the controllers on your PC. So you are going to have that control support, and this is kind of what I've been mentioning, how this is the first time that they're doing that, controller support and PC and console at the same time. This has got to be a lot. When you think about a game development company and they're making a game, it's got to be difficult to add multiple different kinds of control schemes. So programming the controller to be able to be usable, as well as programming the ability to use the mouse and keyboard as well. Now, I don't know what PC players would want to play on controller. As a PC player now, I haven't had a console in years. I don't think I would ever want to play a game like Diablo with a controller. Besides being able to sit back and relax and let yourself go, I think you get so much more control, especially with this kind of game, with the keyboard and mouse. I think most of you watching this would probably agree with that. Again, you could let me know down in the comments below. And actually, guys, if you ever want to talk to me about stuff, whether it be related to this game or anything else, you can find me over on Twitter. We can talk about it over there. So, yeah, there's the link again. It's down below in the description for the details. So, on PC, you're going to have the option for controller or for mouse and keyboard, which is exciting. The ability to choose stuff is there. Now, they also discussed the co-op UI, because co-op UI had been a problem. This is not something that I actually had issues with or experience with in the past, but they say many players enjoyed couch co-op and Reaper of Souls, and the biggest complaint was the inability to do anything while one local player had a UI screen open. So not being able to have control or to be able to see what's going on when your teammate had that control center open. So they realized this issue, and they are going to be fixing that, and it's detailed down below. I believe they're going to have the ability for us both to be able to get on at the same time, and maybe taking up less of the screen at the same time, which would actually be cool, because as you can see, things were tight. So they're going to make it less tight. And of course, it's a work in progress. At least you can still see your characters on the screen and a little bit of what's going on. Really curious, and I'm kind of honestly in the dark about this one, as you can probably tell from how I'm talking about it, but we're going to see. But again, they're trying to improve things. Now, they talk about monster family and design highlight. They're highlighting the cannibals, and we'll probably watch this video at the end of my discussion here. But they talk about the monster family and why does it matter. So this is kind of important because, well, Diablo's about monsters, right? And this is why it matters. Before we dive into specific mechanics of the cannibal family, let's take a moment. So they're talking about why they design what they design. It says in Diablo 3, we've classified monsters into broad categories like demons, unholy, undead, humanoid, or wildlife. They served as the anchor for the story, for basically setting the story. And obviously Diablo is heavy into story, which we all love, which is part of the reason why we love Diablo. But in Diablo 4, they go on to say, the vast and seamless world we created necessitates a slightly different approach to the world building and storytelling. So they go on to say that they have different types of characters. They have including demons, NPCs, act bosses, and even skittering critters you can crush underfoot. You guys could read it right here. I don't want to sit here and just read you a story for the entire video, but all of the details are right here. And we have some of the drowned family that's being featured down right here, which is some really nice artwork. Exciting to see the work in progress. And I'm, coming from Diablo Immortal, we're all in the dark. We don't know what the heck is coming. So seeing these quarterly updates from Diablo 4 is really exciting, and I'm happy to see them, even though Diablo Immortal is coming first. So there's a little bit of the lineup from there, and here are the cannibals. They're looking pretty sweet as well. You're getting to see the different types of cannibals, and then they talk about different types of attack and the battle for survival. Basically, they talk about these cannibals are going to have, or I guess all of the different classes within the game are going to have different styles of attack, and they say that the cannibals don't have a ranged unit, but they have units that will then swiftly come up upon you and attack and get into that close range really quickly. and it's going to make you have to diversify how you set up your attacks, because all of them aren't going to have the same type of attack. They're all going to act differently. They're going to wield their weapons differently. They're going to look differently. Their stances are going to be different. So you're going to be able to learn and know what to expect from different types of the enemy classes out of hell. And right here, the cannibals, you have a couple displayed on the screen. They talk about how you may have to maneuver your character differently so that you can get yourself in a position to lure them all in together, and then use your ability to get all of them taken out and get the most out of your abilities. So the combat is going to be a little bit different as well, and you can see a little bit of the weaponry here. There's 4 members of the cannibals, and they hold their weapons differently. This is a little bit of an animation showing how they're going to stand, how they're going to move, how they're going to hold their weapons, and what really we can look forward to seeing. As we scroll down a little bit more, we are getting really close to the end, and well, as you can see, a little bit more of those cannibals. Looks like they're on the edge of a cliff, and another one of those attacks. This looks like an attack where they could be coming up on you, all the different archetypes, and well, that's cool stuff as well. And then, well, we can always hit the back to the top, and that'll take us right back to the top of the quarterly update. Let me know what you guys think. Really curious if you guys are going to like these updates. I mean, obviously we all like the updates, right? We like to know what's coming. We like to know when it's coming. We want to know more. As much information as we can get, we want to know. So this is a Diablo Immortal channel. We feature Diablo Immortal here and will be every single day, but it's a Diablo channel at the end of the day. Also, guys, if you haven't noticed, all the artwork on the channel has been changed. Let me know what you think. Do you like the new artwork, or do you prefer the old? Do you think this is an improvement or a step backwards? I personally love it. Much love to the artist who took care of that. I'll probably link him down below as well. Not that you guys care, because you're probably not YouTubers. You're gamers. You play Diablo, and you want to come over and follow me over on Instagram as well. So come on through, guys, and drop a purple and a blue heart on my latest video, or my latest image, or whatever I have over there on Instagram. Let me know that you came from the Diablo channel. Echo Gaming Diablo. Make sure you subscribe, throw a like on the video, and let me know your thoughts on all of these updates from February quarterly 2020 Diablo 4. Take care, guys, and be good.